I grew up in a small hamlet not far from here, which was multicultural in its own way. I grew up thinking that the dominant group in the United States were Armenians, and learned Armenian from my violin teacher at a very early age. I remember my mother saying to me, "Well, that's terrific. Now that you've mastered Armenian, you can go anywhere with Armenian." I can assure you that with my daughters, we are not limiting their options. Each of them are studying Mandarin. My middle daughter's favorite language partner is Sasha Obama. I can assure you that the interest in Chinese language extends far and wide in the United States. Ultimately, relations between nations are about good relations between peoples. I think it would be fair to say, since the opening of engagement, the door to engagement nearly 30 years ago, the U.S.-China relationship has been marked by enormous progress, real achievement, but also challenges. There are pressing issues that animate the relationship, perhaps the most complex and consequential relationship that the United States will ever have. Today, more than ever, there is a global understanding that virtually no issue on the global agenda can be resolved or dealt with unless the United States and China work closely together. This reality will require Washington and Beijing to make an investment in the relationship and their people to promote understanding of our two nations and cultures. It is our view that the best long-term strategic investment that we can make in the current environment in U.S.-China relations is to help prepare the next generation for a world where strategic, economic, political, and cultural ties between our two nations are inextricable. It is true that on a daily basis we deal with the issues of high politics, North Korea, challenges of energy security, questions about how the United States and China will work on pressing problems like climate change and the like. But it is also the case that we try to take time every day to invest in the future. Let me just say a word about why this is important. It's not just the case that in every area of business, diplomacy, and education, greater knowledge of China will be essential for the next generation. But it also has a role in disarming distrust that exists in both of our societies. What is our most precious commodity? It is our families and our children. And if we are prepared to send large numbers of our children to study in China, I believe that sends a strong message of support and commitment to live together in peace. The reason that we are here is to urge states and school systems to embrace the teaching of Mandarin at the youngest grades, thereby creating a pipeline of students who will become our next experts in China. I think working together, we can achieve the President's goal of building the next generation of American experts in China and invest in a constructive partnership between our two peoples.